Alright, what is going on, guys? Got the first breakdown for UFC 284. This one is on the prelims at light heavyweight. We got Tyson Pedro taking on Modestas Bukauskas. They're the same height. Tyson Pedro is going to have a 1 inch advantage in reach, so I will start with him. Fighting his home turf of Australia and looking to continue the positive momentum after picking up two first round knockouts for the first time since 2018. Comes back after a long absence and looks really good. You know, two cans. Sorry to say, no disrespect, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure Ike Villanueva is definitely cut. I don't know if Harry Hunsucker is cut, but these are like the bottom of the barrel for heavyweight, light heavyweight here. So, yeah, he does what he should do if the hype is still supposed to be there on Tyson Pedro. And yeah, just big power puncher. He's going to walk his opponents down. The losses are all respectable. Couple grapplers and was knocked out by Shogun Rua in late 2018. So it is what it is. But again, just looks great off the layoff, picking up where he left off because people had high hopes for him. He can definitely take a punch. He's been rocked before and just keeps brawling. So yeah, just a knockout artist in its purest form here for Tyson Pedro, and that's definitely what he's going to be looking to do. And for Modestas Bukauskas, first fight back in the UFC, stepping in on short notice. He of course got his knee blown out against Khalil Roundtree, common opponent between the two. Pedro did knock out Roundtree. It was a while ago, but he got rocked and then recovered. But yeah, Roundtree's been looking good recently, looking like he's really come into his own. Tough opponent, and he ends up getting that. I forget what it's called, but he just stomped his knee out basically, and he gets his knee blown out, gets cut from the promotion, so kind of shitty. Honestly, I felt bad for him. But he works his way back, picks up a close decision over Lee Chadwick in Cage Warriors, and then he ends up knocking out Charlie Campbell, or Chuck Campbell, in the fourth round. And I actually picked Campbell in that. I did break that one down. It was my first video back in the new year, and I just wanted to get something up on New Year's Day. And honestly, Bukauskas should have been the pick. Campbell, just some guy who was 37, was stringing some wins together, but he just did not throw anything in that fight. It was really bad. And Bukauskas ends up getting the KO in the fourth round. But you look at his UFC run, he had that weird Michailidis just kind of quit on the stool type deal. Picks up a win there. Gets KO'd bad by Jimmy Crute on a counter. Close fight with Michael Olajaychik. And, of course, the Roundtree KO. But, stylistically, Bukauskas moves really well for the weight class. He has good weapons when he does commit. Good kicks and whatnot. But my biggest problem with him, two things. One, if he does commit to a striking engagement, it seems like he gets read fairly easily. Not trying to be disrespectful, but some of these guys were getting reads on him, and he kind of gets into the same movement set. So that's number one. I have some questions about his defense, and two, he just doesn't throw enough. You look at him, and he should be really good. He has a lot of skills, and he moves well and all that, but just very low output, and he kind of just tends to dance around on the outside of the octagon, kind of looking for the perfect shot, and I just don't think it's going to go well against Tyson Pedro if that's the case. So, kind of giving it away. I do like Tyson Pedro here. I think it's fairly priced because, like I said, Bukauskas should have the tools to stay out of the way of the bombs coming back and outpoint him. But he just doesn't really do that much when he's falling back. He just kind of falls back, and I could see him moving laterally and staying out of the way for a while, but he's eventually going to get backed up. And I think that Pedro is just going to let loose and end up cracking him. I do like Tyson Pedro by knockout. Again, don't hate Modestas Bukauskas' game. He could always improve, but looked really gun-shy in his two fights since coming back. So maybe he's got that extra motivation coming back to the UFC. But he struggled with big-time power punchers in the past. And again, I just don't like the output. So I do like Tyson Pedro by knockout here. I like a lot of the Australians on this card, to be honest. I think the hometown guys are favored in a lot of these fights, and they should be. But thanks for watching, guys. Share, subscribe, and take it easy.